This British businessman has made millions out of a trade in toxic chemicals that can harm foreign children. So has this man, his former colleague. Both of their activities are now under investigation.
There's no question that a whole generation of Iraqi children have been exposed to a dangerous neurotoxin day in and day out.
The Innospec Chemical Works on Merseyside makes a lead additive, tetraethyl lead, known as TEL. Its use in vehicles has long been banned in Britain. But a Guardian investigation has found that thousands of tons of TEL are still being shipped abroad, thanks to the firm's self-confessed bribery.
What Innospec did in these countries was deeply wrong. And as the judge said in the case, I mean, this was one of the worst forms of crime that a company can commit.
We've known for more than 30 years that if you put lead in petrol, it can damage children's IQ and their health. Back then, Des Wilson successfully campaigned to get it banned from the UK.
Lead is a serious poison. It can kill you, and men were killed in the factories in the earlier days. But the real problem is it's dispersed into the environment and it affects children's brains.
When the bribery scandal started to break, the company, which said it had completely changed its management now, agreed to pay a fine of $40 million. But this doesn't satisfy anti-corruption campaigners.
The fact that they were trying to pay off officials to make sure that these products that they were producing, leaded fuel, were not banned, is shocking. I mean, essentially, they were putting profit before any other consideration.
We set out to trace the company executives who made millions in pay and share options out of the toxic trade in TEL. Chief executive for much of the time was Paul Jennings, seen here talking to his investors.
We're the only manufacturer in the world of tetraethyl lead, which is used as an additive for, it's still used in certain parts of the world as an additive for automotive use. Back in the 70s, when the Clean Air Act was introduced, that's when they started to stop the use of TEL worldwide. There's still a few countries that use it because it remains a very cost-effective way of boosting the octane for automotive use.
Jennings stepped down last year with a payoff, and he's now Chief Financial Officer for Biffa, a Birmingham-based waste firm. He told us he couldn't comment on allegations of bribery because there are currently investigations in the UK and US into the conduct of a number of individuals connected with Innospec. Paul Jennings' predecessor as chief executive also stepped down in 2006, also with a large payoff.
We're here in Wellington at the Álaf, the restaurant for Doolhof Wine Estate, and we're ready to get lunch.
Dennis Kerrison enjoys a comfortable retirement as proprietor of a wine estate in Cape Town, South Africa. He told us that his old company was trying to make him a fall guy, but said, "I have not authorized any bribes, backhanders, or other illegal or dubious payments." In Iraq, the deputy oil minister confirmed that Iraq is still putting lead in its petrol.
The refineries that we have inherited are old refineries. They lack units for isomerization. Most of these units, because of the long embargo and all that, they are not running to their capacity. That's why we need improver of the octane just to get gasoline good enough to run just 80 or 81 octane number gasoline with the use of TEL.
US prosecutors say Innospec paid bribes in 2006 to sabotage field trials of a rival additive called MMT, which didn't contain lead.
This is the first time we hear about it. We must investigate with the people who directly deal with these purchase orders. We have to find out who are the persons that are involved. I mean, it is, if the Minister of Justice of the US know the names of these people, they should tell us.
The Department of Justice also quote claims from the company's Lebanese agent that he took cash in order to pay for the Deputy Minister's own honeymoon in Thailand.
It's not only complete incorrect information. It makes me laugh because I haven't been traveling with my wife or with any, in the company of any female outside Iraq since 1976.
The agent has been extradited to the US and struck his own plea bargain with the authorities this week as the Iraqi scandal widens. Meanwhile, children in the polluted streets of Baghdad, unlike their luckier counterparts in the West, continue to inhale lead fumes.
Children are much more vulnerable than adults, and in two respects in particular, it affects their intelligence, and there's clear evidence that the more children had lead in them, lower the intelligence, but it affects their ability to learn. They become hyperactive, unable to concentrate. Every day you add lead to the environment is purely added to the previous day and will be added the next day. It never goes away.
Meanwhile, British and American prosecutors are now deciding whether these men should face the courts. A decision is imminent.